All right, I think we're live, guys. Let me know here in the chat if you're with me joining us tonight on this beautiful day, evening. It's evening here, but we've got people that come and hang out, join us from many parts of the world, so it could very well be morning or afternoon for you. So thank you guys so much for being with me. For those who are here in the live stream chat, let me know if you can hear me well and like the audio and the video is good. Thank you. Yep. So let me use my phone because that's how I always know the live chat. Otherwise, I get delayed, guys. Hold on, let's see. Get me out of there. Get me out. Hold on. Just a minute here. Alrighty. All right. All right. So you guys can see me and hear me. We're good. Woohoo! All right. All right, so I think we're good so far. Okay. Yay! I'm always happy to be here with all of us, okay? So let me also pull my other stuff up. That way I have it, everything ready to go. So I don't anticipate this being a very long, broadcast, but as you guys know, every Wednesday, we cover, various topics and subject matters on the category of personal development. And in that, you're going to get little doses of, different kind of things that kind of like fill under that umbrella, like mindset, discipline, strategy, mental focus, different ways to organize and set your day up. That way you can be very deliberate with your actions, right? Having that intent as you go about the different activities or projects, or even like, when you wake up. So we do a lot of things like that under that umbrella on Wednesdays. So I do appreciate for those who always join us for our little class, our session. So with that being said, I hope everyone is well. I do. I know that for some people here, school is in session now, like real school, for probably those who are parents, their children, so that's, very interesting, new, a new experience that we probably could not have anticipated, like earlier in the year, right? Having our children go to school online again, right? So it's always interesting, right? We all have different experiences. Not everyone has children, so I don't expect for everyone to relate to that. But, clearly most people, if you don't have children yourself, maybe you have family and friends who do. So that's an interesting, dynamic that we're all going to go through for the rest of this year, indefinitely, right? So I hope everyone who does have children, that they're adjusting and that you're setting up your children for the right path. I know Danielle, Mac Danny, she's got like a new endeavor, a new project with her her teaching, and I'm excited for her. So, but yeah. So with that, and then of course, just everything else, it's nice to have a place to like a meetup. I guess you can call it a meetup. Wednesday night meetups, you know what I'm saying? On YouTube. So yeah, hey. All right, so let me at least say hello to those who are here, okay? I see the G spot, Danielle, Matt, Danny, woo, Gen Z, my soul sister Gen Z. All right, Dawn Marie, hey, hey, hey. How are you? Right, Jonathan. Is it Jonathan or Jonathan? Whatever it is, it's just Sean. How are you? Welcome, thank you. All right, and alrighty. Laura Lee, how are you, sweetie? Evie Bubbles, How is everyone doing? Are you guys doing okay though? Honestly, I always like to just check in, see how you guys are doing. I hope that you are well as one can be, right? So, yeah, many kids are more than likely, you know, not going to be doing in class. It's not back to normal, right? That we can all agree with that, right? So, Laura Lee says, she's alive. Hey, that is a good place to be. And sometimes that's where you start. Seriously. Oh, okay. So, so what I wanted to do in this session here, guys, is kind of prepare us for like the next half of this year, at least at the bare minimum. Let's just get our mind in the right place. Does that make sense? Summer has quickly came and gone, although I still like to imagine it's still summer. But I usually, if you're a parent, then you kind of, use like seasons, like school years, for the parents out there. So technically, no, summer's not over. But of course, if you're a parent, then of course, it feels like summer is coming to a close or has already come to a close because now we're in the school fall season. And so even if you don't have children, guys, it's still, we're coming to the end, right? The fall, we are coming into the fall season, autumn. And, I thought about that earlier today and last week, throughout the whole week. And, the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, I cannot believe how quickly these months went by, number one. Number two, I began to kind of like, judge my own experiences, my productivity, my efficiency, all the different things, at least from like, February-ish, March, all the way to like current time. And, given all the scenarios that we've had to kind of face collectively as a humanity, without beating my own self up too badly, I thought about, okay, well, we cannot change like the past. We really can't. And we cannot even control the different, health crises and many of the things that take place, right? But what we can do is at least look at in real time and figure out, all right, how do I personally want to show up for the rest of this year? And I wouldn't really call, I usually do like a mid-year check-in, but this year, which was so off, so it didn't really feel appropriate. But I feel like now with, summer coming to a close and with fall coming into existence, that new season that we're all experiencing, even though it's hot here in Texas, and I'm sure it's hot wherever you are. So, but the school years kind of like help parents, families, and even like the rest of the world, right? You just know, like you go to the grocery stores, the school, all stores, back to school this, back to school that. So this is the perfect time at this point to really just, give yourself a moment to reflect on, just check in with yourself, right? Don't judge yourself too harshly for the whole first part of the year, more than first part of the year, but at least give yourself that moment to just check in with yourself, gauge your own temperature. How are you feeling mentally, emotionally, physically, and all, as a whole beingness, and without, beating yourself up too bad. I always beat myself up, so I remind myself not to do that. But I check in with my own self and I think about, okay, well, here we are now coming into fall season, which blows my mind. Really, it does. And we're going to enter the new season, right? We are. Again, regardless of like how hot it is, because it's really hot here, but we're really entering fall season. And with that, it's the perfect time for this year, like this whole 2020, to really think about what are some things that you would really, really like to see yourself do this year before this year comes to a complete close. Because more than likely, guys, if you don't check in and do this right now, like whether you do it right now here in the live stream or the replay or in the next couple of days, more than likely the chances of you doing it are slim to none. And before you know it, the holidays will be here, and then you'll at that point look back at how did the whole year pass me by, right? Living in this existence of like, it's like a stagnation. It's like that, like very uncomfortable, weird energy, but yet it's become a new normal, but yet it still doesn't feel like normal. Do y'all feel me or not? Let me know. Put a yes in the chat if you are on the wavelength with me. Let me know. And I love fall because, well, my birthday's in the fall, late fall. Yeah. So I'm sure you guys can relate to feeling like this is the best, the most opportune moment that you can give yourself. Again, like I said, whether it's here in this live stream or you watch the replay, but don't go too far out of that window of time, because if you pass up that window of time, likely you're not going to come back there. Let's just be real. I think we all know what that looks like. I've been there many times in my own life. Like, I will do this, I will do that. And then that window kind of closes. And then when I come back and look at it, well, now the energy has changed and shifted. Now there's different things kind of, like taking place, unfolding. And then that moment, that momentum, that energy has pretty much lost me, or I lost it, right? And so this is what you want to do, is harness the current position now, right? I mean, like within like, a couple days, maybe a week, but don't go beyond that. Otherwise, more than likely, you're not going to come back to that energetic. So hopefully that makes sense. So yes, it's the best time to really gauge. Again, it's not about judging how the whole year, has evolved. We're past that. I mean, I think that if you've been here on the Wednesday streams, we still know there's discomfort and like the situation, but at this point in the year, at this time, given all the circumstances that have unfolded and how it all is positioned so precisely, it's the best time. It's the most opportune time for you to really give yourself that moment, right? And think about not the past of this year. We're not reflecting too much. We're really looking in right here, right now. Here is where we stand today, like today. To me, it's still August, 19th, right? For me, at least. And I'm thinking about what are the things I absolutely want to make sure that this year does not, pass me by without me doing, right? There could be projects, things around the house, family things, events, maybe some gatherings. I want to make sure that I'm going to hone in on this time, this moment, right? And harness what is at this time, because we're not going to get this time back. We're not, right? And so we can stay in our little zones, which I love my little zone. I love my little zone so much. So I'm also guilty of being in my own little bubble. And I like my little bubble. I'm safe in my bubble, and I don't want to leave my bubble. But, from a bigger picture, from a macro viewpoint, I do want to make sure that the things, what are like one or two things that you want to do before this year is over, right? Because we know that when Thanksgiving and Christmas come, for those who celebrate those traditions, everything escapes us. Like time just like rushes. So this is the most important time to really think about, here you are right now. If there's one thing you want to do before this year's over, two things, right? However you dissect or like allocate things that you know want to accomplish or do. It could be small projects around the house. It could be cleaning. I don't know. Again, it will vary from person to person because everyone's life is so unique, right? And that's the beautiful part of humanity, right? So however you look at your own life, think about that, right? Only you'll have those answers for yourself. If there's one or two things you want to do before this year is over, think about that for now, because when we come back, you know, to reflect, it will be the holiday season. I can guarantee you that. So yeah. Awesome, guys. So yes, does anyone relate to having like projects that have been in the back burner, right? Whether they're personal or they don't have to be projects. They could be just things that you've had, you know, everyone has a little checklist, right? Your little checklist, I'm sure that you do, right? You have those things on your to-do list that you know you need to do. And we've kind of put them off, including myself. I'm very equally guilty of that. So by no means am I off the hook. I'm not. I always put my own self on the fire, in the fire first. That is a guarantee. So, Danielle, your paper. I thought you were done with that freaking paper, girl. No, I'm not busting your chops, I promise. And if anybody wants to share it in the chat, if you feel comfortable, if you're willing to break out of that vulnerability and just share the things you want to share, I mean, we're all here to listen. I have plenty of things on my list that I have got to get done now, like not even like yesterday. So I've got to bust my own chops pretty bad. Seriously. Awesome. And if nobody wants to share their thoughts, guys, that's okay too. I never pressure anyone. You know. Yes. Guys, let's all give a nice warm welcome to Mr. Taylor, Brian Taylor. He's one of our latest newbies to our group. Guys, whether you know him or not, we always welcome everyone, right? We always do. So let's put some nice red hearts in the chat for welcoming and supporting Brian Taylor, AKA Mr. Taylor, the wife of Amber Taylor. He's a great man. We got to hang out last night with our group, our separate group. We had a great time. So I'm so happy to see him again. He is a trooper. He's an awesome, amazing man. I got to know more about him. And I'm so happy for him and his wife, their future together going forward. It's going to be amazing. I can feel it for them. And if I feel it, I would not say that if I didn't feel that, but I do feel that for sure. They've got some really amazing chemistry between the two of them. And yeah, I will never let moments like that go unnoticed, because if I feel that, I will speak it out into existence. So not only does he have endeavors, but him and his wife have other endeavors together. And so I do see some good things unfolding for them in the future. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. So we welcome Brian, aka Mr. Taylor. And let's see who else came in here. I saw here Finley. Finley, how have you been, Finley? It is good to see you again, Mr. Finley has a son, by the way, guys, and his son is on the same birthday as me. Of course, his son is much, much, much younger than me, probably by decades, but that is super freaking cool. Amy, Darcy, Marie, how are you? Girl, it's so I'm happy to see you again tonight. I was happy to see you last night. I'm so proud to see you coming in again. I really, really am. my little Pisces, Amy, my Pisces. Don't think I forgot. I have a very sharp freaking memory. Trust me. I do. Yay. Hi, like literally Tally, hello. Woohoo. For sure, Finley. Everyone's probably tired. This week has been, a little different. So, school season starting, and I was saying how, we're entering the fall season, and, summer's pretty much over. If you're a parent, like I said earlier, then you feel like summer's coming to a close. Now, if you're not a parent, that's okay. But for those who are, like, what that feeling is like. You're like, okay, well, no one needs to explain that. Yeah. And for those who I don't know in here, if you want to tell me what your zodiac sign is, that's pretty cool too. So Monstar Sports Entertainment says they're a Virgo. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey, the glare. Dude, I haven't seen you in forever. Thanks for making an appearance. We're always happy to see other content creators, guys. For those who don't know him, he has his own channel, and we can link it here. Do we have any mods who know how to do that? If not, I can try to do it for us. But if there is someone here that does know how, let's go ahead and link his channel. I like supporting, independent content creators, especially on YouTube, guys. It's really hard. And when you really build a really good community with like legit people, not fake BS stuff, like real, dedicated, people who keep coming back time after time. That to me is so important. It's a value that goes beyond, the analytics of what YouTube, decides to classify as this or that, right? So I truly value that, because especially even now with YouTube, trust me, views are down for any creator. That's a guarantee, for lots of different reasons, and that's not important, but it's even harder to even get the reach to like new people. So when I always value those who keep coming and hanging out with us, because that's super important. Not only because we come here as a safe place, the group, but also, we get to know each other a little bit more and more each time, and we get to feel like familiar faces. So, woohoo! Yay! Right, Finley? Finley is true. It's true. I have met some of the most amazing, loyal, dedicated people, and that is what I'm mostly proud of. For those, I'm sure many of us, whether you're a channel creator or not, when you can go to a chat and you see the same people, because they show up, they want to be there, and that's awesome. Totally freaking awesome, guys. Yes, Gen Z too. We've got a lot of great people here. Finley has a channel as well. Can we put Finley's link in here? Can one of the moderators also put Finley's link? Finley, he has not been doing live streams for a little bit of time. Finley, you have not. But Finley and his children, they definitely go live quite a bit in the car. And when you can hang out with people who are just like real people, not fake people, but real, authentic people, they're genuine, because it just like, it eludes out of their, who they are. People can spot authenticity. At least I can. So, woohoo! And guys, at least I've always valued, and I'm sure you guys can relate right here, that, the quality is way more deep and important than any kind of like quantity. I will never choose quantity over like depth and quality. So I thank you all for being with me all the time. Yay! Woohoo! Finley says he's going to start streaming again. That is awesome, guys. So are you guys ready to enter the next portion of this year? I've been thinking about it a lot. From now until the end of this year, guys, even though we're in this like lockdown kind of experience that we're forced to be, there's restrictions that are on us, where we can go, how we can go, so we all know what that's like already. But I do anticipate this taking place, or playing itself out, unfortunately, for the rest of the year. I do. Not that I want to be excited about that, but I do accept that, even if it's reluctantly. I still accept that. And so when you look at your life, we look at right here, right now, from here to the end of the year. If there's one thing or two things that you do want to accomplish before this year is complete, at least have that in your awareness. Even if you don't have the steps, like the action steps, like today or tomorrow to begin on that project or that endeavor or whatever it is, like Sean was saying, clean the garage out. It could be like decluttering, organizing your house, whatever it is for you, because we all have different, agendas, and we all have different, we're all differently pursuing different things, right? So whatever it is to you that's meaningful, that you have in that little to-do list, this will be the time to at least have it in your mind and think about one or two things you want to do before this year is over. Because like I said, before we know it, guys, the holidays will be here, and then we will be thinking about how did this whole year just fly by us. Because even here today, August, I can't even imagine, I'm in disbelief a little bit how we're in August. And this has been the most crazy year that I've ever experienced. I'm sure all of us relate to that. It's just been wild and just wild and wild. And it's been a roller coaster, right? We've all been at the edge of our seats back from February, March, anticipating this and that. And then we've been on this roller coaster, guys, legit roller coaster. And we can't really, and we've all been at the edge of our seat waiting to see, where the next steps are, waiting to get the information from your local officials or the mayor or the government president, whatever it might be, right? Waiting on health related facts and data to come through to give us more information and feedback. The point is that we've all been in this waiting moment, waiting without any anticipation of when and how it looks like. And so I want to at least honestly commend all of us, because we are still human, and we still, have been, our own bodies get affected when you're at the edge of your seat. And when there's a very, it's indefinitely, we don't even know when it will come back to more of an equilibrium. We've had no choice to accept this as the new normal. So for sure, guys, let's put some hearts for all of us here. We have done an excellent job as individual people, bracing ourselves and being here, in this process, even through the roller coaster ride, right? So let's definitely put some hearts for all of us, because we're champions. If you're alive right now and you haven't lost your freaking mind, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're a freaking champion. Trust me. That's even an understatement. Totally, guys. Totally. Yeah. Nice. Yay. And I'm here in Texas, and I'll tell you, hands down, it has been a hot summer. Very, very hot. Very, very warm. Very warm summer. I know many areas are an immense heat. So all right, we're going to get right into the content of this live stream, which is, the growth of the mindset. but I do like to at least spend some time engaging and also, you know, getting real with you guys too in a very interactive way. Okay. Hold up here. Got this right here. Pulled up my notes so I can at least go through the notes first. And what I want, and you know, I know we're missing some people here. They're probably tired. They're with me. We were all hanging out last night together in our special group. So let me see here. Okay. There are many people that are probably going through different kind of suffering and pain and ailments, physically, mentally, emotionally. So I like to always set the intent for the stream and just definitely put the hearts and the prayer emojis for those who are suffering. Many people, guys, suffer in silence, and for whatever reasons they are. And so here on the channel that, you know, I like to send out that, emit that positive energy, and that healing vibration. So if we can all support those who are going through tough times, and trust me, it's tough, right? So if we can do that, that sets our intent. And then I'm gonna go into the core topic. And like I said earlier, when I began the live stream, this will not be a long broadcast. We're gonna probably go for just a little bit of time on the subject matter. I will close it out after that, and that will be the end of it. All right, awesome. Chrissy, Scout Inquirer, has been suffering, you know, not recovering, but recovering from surgery. So we always keep her in mind. Our Abby, our soul sister Abby, she's also going through, you know, a lot of tremendous like back pain, nerve pain. And there are many people, guys, so many people. Christine, our other friend, she's not here tonight, but they're you know, they're in physical pain, they're in recovery for, you know, in different ways. So I want us to at least acknowledge those who we, you know, hold dearly and closely in our group, our private group, guys, and support them. Yeah. So with that, we're gonna go right into our topic, okay? All right. Let me pull my notes up. Y'all know I have my notes. Okay. Got my notes right here. Okay. All right. I will come back on camera. Just give me a minute. That way I pull up the correct notes. I have several notes, but I have them chunked into, like, you know, bullet points. So I'm going to start with, hold up. Let me go back to this one. Here we go. Oh, see, okay. I didn't do that one yet. Have I done that one? I don't think so yet. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that one right now. Not that one. That's a longer one. So, hold on. Oh, I did have that one there. All right, guys, hold on. Woohoo. I'm coming back on the screen, guys. Just give me a minute. I want to make sure I have the notes. That way I can just go right in the flow. Now, we're not going to be here too lengthy of time. We're going to just cover the topic and then close it out. But I wanted to make sure we did come on here as promised every Wednesday night. Yep, I got that part. Yes. Okay, hold on. I'll leave that one for next Wednesday. That's too deeper of a topic. So I want to cover the parts I already prepared. Let's see here. Okay. Yes, I do talk to myself. If you're wondering, I do. Yep, I do. Nothing's wrong with that. All right, there we go. Okay. I covered that. Here we go. Alrighty. All right. Like I said, guys, I'm just getting my notes. I have them right here, but I want to make sure that I pull the ones up that I have for right now, for us tonight. Okay. All right. Yes. Yay. I love this. Okay. Yep. Okay, I will at least put this here too. All righty. I always try to feel the vibe out first. Oh yeah, I love this one too. I have several bullet points, but I know I'm not gonna cover all of them. So I will cover the ones I feel like in flow with. Yes, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So what I'm gonna do, before I go into the main area, I think it'd be wise for us to go through, you guys let me know. I think I can do a quick rundown on some basic core concepts of previous sessions, because there are some really, really good quality core concepts that are like, principalities to live by, to apply to your life, like real tangible things you can apply like today, tomorrow. I don't like to stay too much in the realm of like, ideologies and theoretical stuff, although I can do that. But you guys know I love to take it practical and logical, because if you cannot put it, when I do things on here on the channel, if you cannot put it into action like in like real time, then I feel like it's a disservice. From my personal opinion, I like to bring you guys tangible things that you can apply to your life today, tomorrow, that actually can make a different, a positive impact in your life. Okay, does that make sense with you guys? Let me know. All right. So I think I'm gonna do this. This is how I'm gonna play this out. Okay. I'm getting excited. So when I go through this, I may not be as engaging in the chat, so that way y'all know why I'm not. I'm gonna be in my little zone as I go through all the concepts here that I'm gonna cover. Okay. One moment here. One moment, all right, guys? 30 seconds. Thirty seconds. Then I was laughing, like, okay, I'm like the worst person to assess time. Y'all know, like, I may say 30 seconds. It may mean like 40 seconds. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Got my ice and my Sprite. I do have those. Okay. Now we're gonna get into it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with, and I certainly am missing Sandra and Chrissy Scout. The G-spot. Did you ever find out if they were okay? I do hope they are. I do hope they are, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're resting. But all right, here is how we're going to attack this for the core session here. So even if you've missed the previous sessions on the development series that we're doing here on my channel, no matter where you are in the process, you can always pop in and kind of just you'll be able to pick it up, because these are tactics and things that you can put into place right now. Of course, I encourage everyone who really cares about their life and developing themselves to go back and check these actual previous streams out based on the development series. But either way, I will cover a couple of pieces that we've covered in the months before. So before I even get started, guys, if you are here in the chat tonight and you've been with the series, okay, the development series, let's estimate how many weeks and months have we been together doing this. Can somebody kind of eyeball it, give us an approximation? I'm curious. I'm curious. It has been quite a while. Oh my God, Finley says he wants his crazy Aussie Mel Mel. Oh my God, I know. Let's also not forget, guys, that it is the school week season, or this is the first week of where school starts. So most people, right, will be focused on those routines. Okay. Finland says he can't. Oh my gosh. 20 weeks? No, I think, okay, let me see. Yeah, could be 20 weeks. Could be. That's half a pregnancy. Holy crap. It's probably a really bad analogy, but guys, right? Yeah, it's been quite a while, right? It has been quite a while. But that's amazing, because that's 4 or 5 months that we have been here, coming every Wednesday as a group, as a collective, and investing our time into learning, right? Taking notes and trying to become better versions of ourselves. So that's amazing to me. Well, you're the one who's supposed to have the baby, the Mac Daddy Mac. I don't know why I thought it was 20 weeks is that way, but I don't know, guys. It's funny. Too funny, too funny, too funny. Too funny. Too funny. Oh, Danielle, where is your lover at? Where is your lover? Mac Daddy. Well, I'm gonna write that in the chat. Mac Daddy. We all do, Danielle. Woohoo! That is awesome. Brian Taylor says, Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Oh, you want to get into the love and romance. Then we're missing our key player for that, I promise you. We're missing it. Okay, and then the G-Spot, Danny Mac says, she is accepting, guys, she is accepting all military men. So if you have military background, experience, you have any association, affiliations, or ties to the military, please hit her up. I'm being a little silly though, you know that. But we played out perfectly. There you go, the G-Spot. And Sandra finally makes her debut. Sandra. Yay, so see, she's waking up now. See, this is the Scorpio time. Thank you, Sandra, my fellow Scorpio twin. Thank you. I want to go back to Oh Romeo, Romeo. Where was that at again? Where is Mr. Taylor at? Woohoo! It's a G-Spot. Sandra, Gen Z. That's your extent of Shakespeare? No, you did good. You did good. You know, you did good. But but your wife is probably, she likes it, right, Mr. Taylor? I'm sure that Amber is all good with you. I promise. I think so. It feels like it. Hi, Chloe W. How are you? You're good, Dawn Marie. I love you, sweetie. We're back. Okay. Alrighty. All right, now back to the actual important part. All right. So we began the whole entire session here on the wait, hold on. Before I start, guys, let me get a timestamp for myself. Get a timestamp. There's a method to my madness. Hold on. What is the timestamp in here? Does someone see it? Is there a timestamp? Guys, let me know. Okay, I found it. Hold up. All right, and then hold up. All right, I'm back. Oh my God, y'all are so freaking adorable. I swear to God. All right. All right. So I have my timestamp so I can focus here. Okay, yep. My timestamp, we're good. We're good. Okay. All right. So we began this entire experience with session 1 on going over our own individual, purpose and mission of, what do we want to do while we're here alive on this planet, on this earth, right? And it could be very, that question itself can be taken many different ways. But here in this, from this perspective, with the content that surrounds what we're doing here, it's really about thinking about your life right now, right? We're not going to go dissect the past in this experience. We're going to appreciate the past, but we're going to be focused on here I am, right here in the now, and I'm a human being in this 3D reality, and I want more for my life. And even if you don't want more for your life, but you want to still at least know who you are, right? And so it's so important to really have some kind of like, even if it's a very basic game plan for yourself, do something, write something down and declare it for yourself. Think about some things that you would like to do. And even if the past still haunts you and is holding you prisoner to like, you know, your current life right now in the present time, don't let that block you from being here in this moment. That's my best advice for those who are really, really fixed and like focused on the past. I will say for the fixed energies, which does usually mean Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius are very fixed energies. So those more importantly than any other sign should be very aware of that their current energy, that's how they are, fixed signs. They're very fixed. When they decide, they decide. When they want, they want. When they don't, they don't. Right? And there's also the cardinal signs, the mutable signs. But the point of that is that if you are a fixed sign, like my own self, I'm a Scorpio, so of course I'm a fixed sign. But again, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, you'll have a harder time to make the adjustments, make the shifts. You'll know the concept of making it, but to actually move may take some more time until you decide you want to move. That's just how it works, okay? And so let's not get stuck in old energies. Let's make sure that we're taking control of the present time and maximizing the momentum right now, the energetics. And we're in Leo season. So if you know anything about astrology, Leo season is the time for it all. Do I have any Leos in the house? Because I'm about to tell you some real amazing shit for your life. If you're not a Leo, then hold your peace. But if you are a Leo here, speak up or say, yes, you're a Leo. Because I've got some real legit stuff that's in real time. But I don't want to go too far if we only have no Leos here. So if you are a Leo, tell me right now. If no one's a Leo here, that's okay. But if you are a Leo, then you want to hear this message. I can promise you, like legit. Any Leos in the house? Any Leos in the house? Sandra, I almost want to say clock at the house. Clock at the house. But it's not, you know. Any Leos? Okay, so we only got Jenny. She's the only Leo here. I mean, of course I knew that Jenny is Leo. Of course I knew that. And she knows I know that she's Leo. Is there any Leos here besides Jenny? If she's the only one, then she has extra messages. Just saying. All right. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, good. Chloe, all right. Anyone else? Leo? If you don't speak up, I know who you are. I legit do. All right. Well, you guys know we are in Leo season. Well, Leo season is complete. However, the new moons and all that stuff are like, that's how the planetary alignments go down, okay? And so right now, what we're facing with the timelines, guys, this is like legit. This is the time for a complete manifestation. So if you are a Leo, or let's just say you have a lot of Leo in your chart, okay? Hi, Fossil Creek Kennels. Are you his son, Fossil Creek, or the cousin? I always get him confused. I apologize. So, so if you're Leo or you have Leo in your chart a lot, I will tell you this much. This is the time to really, write down what you want to create for yourself. It could be just one sentence, guys. One sentence is all it takes. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, what's that one song called? One, dun, 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 dun. Okay. Music is like, okay. But like legit, 100%. this is the time to write down at least, a sentence or two about what you would like to create for your life, because Leo is known for the sun, right? Leo is defined by the sun. Yay, Dawn Marie! Hi, Fossil Creek. So are you Fossil's son or cousin? And I'm so grateful that all your family does come support my channel. That's amazing. I really, really appreciate that. So it does not go unnoticed. Thank you. The cousin. Okay. Dawn Marie says, gonna do a shot. All right, girl. Okay. So for those who are looking to actually really create some shifts and change in their life right now, this is the time to do it. So if you have not, if you've been on the fence, hey, I want to do this thing or I want to do that, this is the time to really decide, make a choice. This is your time. This is your most opportune time to really create that into physical reality. That's for sure. The Leo is ruled by the sun, for those who don't know that. It's also the lion, right? The lion will roar, okay, nicely, but it will roar, okay? Right, Jenny? And the lion is going to be known. It'll make its statement. It will come to manifestation, right? And the sun, of course, is going to always shine bright. No matter what season it is, that sun will come out every day. Okay, guys? So that was a little tidbit on that part, okay, guys? I was not trying to go off on the top of astrology, but it was very important, guys, because when moments like that take place, it's important to harness that, right? Who knows about when things are going in your favor? This is not related to astrology, but let's just take an example. When life is going well, when shit is lining up and you're like, holy shit, this works out and that works out and this works out. And you're like, it's just flowing. Has anybody ever experienced that? Put a yes in the chat if you've ever experienced where one thing works out and you have this momentum and you feel it and you just know it's going to work out. Has anyone ever felt that way ever in their life? Put a yes in the chat if you've ever experienced that. Hi, Just Shelly. Good to see you, sweetie. All right. Awesome. So we can all relate to at least to some level where Johnny's here. Did I just see my brother Johnny show up? Johnny, is that you? I know it's you. It's you, Johnny. Guys, before I go any further, let's put some hearts for Johnny. He is a freaking survivor. He is amazing. He is my brother, not biologically, but he is my soul brother, hands down. Him and Johnny, we're like a freaking trio, a legit soul trio that can be unbreakable, okay? We know why, because we have a lot in common through energetics. But anyways, Johnny's here. He's my soul brother. We love him to the death of time. And we love Jenny too. We love Jenny too, of course. Jenny. But let's put some hearts for Johnny. He has gone through the most, difficult of experiences. Not that I want to harness that, those thoughts, but, he has really he's overcome a lot, guys. He's been on the channel before. He's came on panel and talked about his leg being amputated, guys. That has got to be a very difficult experience to go through, right? When you lose a limb, guys, when you lose a limb, life changes. That's reality. That's life. So let's put some hearts for Johnny. I love him to the death of time. This life and the next, Johnny. I'm gonna cry. Sorry. Hold on, guys. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry camera. Sorry. Choked up. Sorry. I'm here, guys. Just catching my breath for that. but I love Johnny so much. I love you, brother, forever. You know, I have so many amazing bonds with people, and like they're not my real, you know, like family, like blood family. But to me, I don't look at family as blood or not. That's my own position, but I'm sure that you guys can relate. When you have like really cool bonds with people, you know, that is how it goes down, right? When you have bonds with people, you know, you just know. You never have to worry or question. Like it's just there. You never doubt it. You know it's so deep. It's so freaking deep. Has anybody experienced those kind of bonds? I mean, I have, but has anybody else experienced that in life? Like where you connect on a level that like nothing can ever tear that shit down. It doesn't, fire can come in, the house can be on fire, shit's blowing up in your face, and everything's a disaster, but you know. Has anybody experienced that or no? Like legit, like seriously. And if you have experienced that, tell me how amazing and how beautiful that feeling is when you can count on somebody and you'll explain yourself. There's no one needs to explain it. When you have that kind of level of like commitment and bond, it's almost like just it's understood, right? It's full acceptance, it's unconditional, it's understood. Do y'all agree with it or not? Have anyone experienced that kind of bonding and experience with people who are not blood related? Not blood. If you have that with your family, that's okay too. I'm just referring to those experiences that are not necessarily biological blood related experiences, right? The best thing about those like bonds that I'm referring to, they will never judge you. Because that whole process is removed from the whole experience. Does anybody agree with that part? So when you have those kind of bonds with people, there is no judgment because that whole process is like not existent. It's not even there. I'm serious. Do y'all agree with that part as well? I'm curious. I'm asking the group. They don't ask you for explanations. They're not trying to like, you know, judge you. It's just an automatic, like, we got you. The whole part of that part does not even come into the equation. It's just like, it's an affinity. It's a true love, like a familiar, you know, family bond without being like, you know, blood related. And so it's amazing. So I had to say, because Johnny and Jenny are here and I had to acknowledge that. I love them to the end of time. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. Oh. It's a beautiful thing, right, guys? It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful. Sometimes those really cool things go like unacknowledged. They're very important, guys. Very, very important. All right, so make sure I was not choked up. Okay, alrighty, let's move forward now. I had to say it because when the time calls for it and I feel it in the moment, I will always pause and like call it out because that's who I am. And not to mention, they've been here from like, you know, day one. They're like day oneers. In a good way. So, but yes, we love them so, 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 so much. Yeah. But aside from that, I have also, got to meet and connect with other amazing people that I've also formed different and new bonds with in life as well from here in this experience in our group. So those are also very equally special and valuable to me. And I feel that people, they'll know who I'm referring to. We have really, really gained, a lot of momentum, positive forward traction on, the relationships, the bonds, the connections, like the continuity, the congruency, the alignment. So, yay. All right. I had to pause because Johnny came in and he hardly comes in lately. Johnny. Me, Johnny, and Jenny with a circle of three. Right, Johnny and Jenny? Yes, we are. Ugh. So anyway, sorry. I got off track, but it's nice to at least have those little moments. It really is. I mean, I value it, so. All right, and I do hope, Johnny, you're good, okay? I know you come in and out, and for whatever reason, and Johnny is a Taurus. Sorry, I love him as a brother. Both my brothers are Tauruses, guys, okay? And I'm sure everybody here on the channel knows my two real brothers are Tauruses. And so Johnny, my soul brother, is also a Taurus. I think I'm going to be with Tauruses for the end of time, guys. I think so. All right. That's enough of that. I love them. I love them for their own special way of being. I do. And I've actually learned to love other elements of Taurus that I would not normally really be accustomed to or privy to. But I have. John, the Magic Wand Johnny, he's a Taurus. And my two real brothers in real life are both Tauruses too. Although I have never ever dated a Taurus officially ever, no. So Plumie. So Plumie has to come in, say hello, and then leave. So when she comes back, she can say, I'm back. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra says she can feel my beautiful vibe for Johnny. Yes, absolutely. Me love Johnny, absolutely. And one thing on the topic of like love itself and from a certain context of love, I truly have love for humanity. If I did not have the loving energetics that radiate from my body, I don't know. Then it wouldn't be real. No. And I'm happy, and I'm in appreciation for the loving vibration that I actually can bring to myself, others around me, family, friends, peers, and here, that I got to learn and meet online, for sure. And if you notice me, I'm not afraid to love. I'm not afraid to love people. I'm not afraid to love strangers. I'm not afraid to extend my loving energetics to those, who I don't know. Will I get hurt in the process? Yes. Have I? Yes. But I do not retreat. I don't. And I'm very proud of my own self for being that vulnerable and open to loving people, strangers who, without even knowing them, being able to love them as who they are as a being, as a soul, is so amazing. It's so amazing. And when I love people, I love them without any exchange value. I love them because that's my choice to do so. It's my choice, right? And I feel that sometimes we love people with conditions, right? That's just how people naturally, operate love. But I will not love with conditions. I will still love even people who've hurt me, not because I want to be hurt, no, but because I know that I made that choice to offer and extend like my loving energy to people. And that's real, guys. That's super freaking real. Hands down. I promise you. Did I miss Plumie say she's back? Did I miss it? I missed it. Where the hell is she? There it is. I'm back. Love you, Plumie. I'm telling you, Plumie's my girlfriend. We're not gonna play. But she's probably forgotten about me for a long time. That's okay too. I know, Plumie. I know. Sweetie, I know. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And again, like, just because that's who I am does not mean that you have to adopt those, ways of being. Trust me. I'll never push down on any person how to be, what you should be. No. That's no. For those who are in my closer circle, like my family group, I will lead by example. I will never force thoughts or, my theories down. Never, never. I will be and show up who I am, and that's all I can do. That's all I can do. And that's all I want to do, right? I learned long ago, years ago, people will be at their own part of their life journey, and depending on their experiences and where they're at, they may or may not be receptive, and that's okay too, right? Because you want the person, the exchange, the experience, the energetics to be genuine and real, and you can't make them want they don't want, and you can't make them see things they're not ready to see. I learned that years ago. That was one of the most important lessons I learned, was to stop. This is years ago. Trying to explain all this information. I had to surrender that, definitely, to family and friends. I wanted my family to be, I love my family so much, my real family. And, but if they don't want anything beyond what they can see, I have to accept that. I did that a long time ago, but I'm giving you guys an example. That's one example of how I've lived life, and I've had to, trust me. Oh, trust me. Oh, trust me. And I say that like I can smile about it and like really reminisce in the years in the past, because legit, hands down, my family, they love and adore me. But from their experience and their perspective, they're at their place, like they're at their experience level, and it's all very individual, right? And I had to surrender to like where they want to go in life, what they want to be, and I don't have to judge that. Like, I accept them for who they are and who they are as individual people. Like in my family, I love them, I adore them. I don't have to like all the pieces of them, but I have totally made peace with like my parents, my siblings, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, yeah, cousins. Oh yes, I still love and respect them 100%. I will always respect them for who they are, right? Do I want more for them? Yes, but they may not want more based on their current perspective. So there was 1 year, oh my God, I can tell you like 10 family members. There was 1 year, and I will not go off topic again. There was 1 year, and I forgot what year it was. It may have been 2010. It may have been 2010, 2011, 2010. It was 2010. Yeah. I had done a very extensive series, like where I paid for myself to go to like leadership, personal development class. And I loved it so much. And there were like They were like subsectors of that same class that was available nationwide. I'm in Houston, my friend's in Chicago back then. And I was so impressed that I had, decided to, I wanted certain people in my family. I loved them so much. Like my heart, I love everyone, but yeah, I love them so much that I, called them up on the phone and I said, all right, I have one favor to ask of you. Can you do it for me? You love me so much, can you do it for me? And they said yes initially. They said yes. They all did not complete it, but of course they said yes. And I said, well, there's a course. It's a weekend thing in Chicago. It's full day events, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have to give up a week. You have to actually surrender your time, right? You have to give up a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I promise you that it will change your life, and I really believe that you will be a different person after this. And I'm going to personally pay for this for you because that's how much I love you, and I want you to have information, access to this information. They all said yes, and my money was not refundable. It was not. No. And it was quite expensive. So my point is that I did do that for like several members of my family. I did. They all attend it and complete it? No. But that's okay. The point with the story is that like I'm happy that they at least attempted it for 3 days. But most people don't want to give up a weekend. They don't want to for their own reasons. So, right? It's a full day experience, like 9 to 9 with very like structured experiences. So anyways, I love my family that much that I was willing to invest my own money and not know if they would complete the process, because I valued the process and the experience and the information gained so much that I was willing to roll the dice and potentially lose the money just to know they had the shot. They had the opportunity. I can only give it to them and they have to choose themselves. So that's really a real life experience. And I think only people did it was my best friend, Rebecca. She did it. So besides my family, my friend Rebecca and my brother Fonzie, two out of 10 people. And let me tell you, each person cost me like $3,000 or $3,000. But it was not the money, guys. It was about what they would get in the experience. I was so committed to their growth. That's how fucking committed I am as a person. I will invest my own money for the betterment of the future. Was I hurt that the other people did not do it? Some people did show up the first day, yes, but they could not complete the course. They made excuses. Oh, they can't keep coming up there. It's only 3 days of your whole life. They could not do that? Anyways, does that make sense or not? That's a real freaking story. If I ever had to get my family to give me a testimonial, did this happen and did you go? Anyways, that's like for real. That's who I am. I am willing to double down on things that I really believe in. I can't make them drink the water. I can't make them show up. I couldn't make them get there and then stay there for 3 days. But it was 3 days of their whole life. And many of those people never went to school. So you would have thought they would have been happy to have an opportunity of growth. But even when you're given such an opportunity with no cost, all you do is show up. They may not take it. I had to learn the hard way. I was devastated. I wanted so much for them. You have no idea. It's a lot of money. Anyways, yes. That's a real story. It's a real story. That's real life for me. That was probably too much information. Was that too much information? I know you guys got to hear my information, like my life experiences, but was that too much? I'm just curious. Go back and get some Sprite ice cubes. No, I already have my ice cubes right here. They're right here. I haven't even looked at. I'm right here. Plumie. Plumie, I've been waiting for you to come on my panel. What's a girl got to do to get Plumie on the panel? Jesus Christ. Just kidding. I like to play sometimes silly in a nice, playful way. So. Yeah, I love my family to death. That's how much. So, yeah, that's legit. That is a legit story that can be backed the hell up. And the only people who did like that completed the course. It's a 3-day thing, you know. And if you show up at day 1, I'm happy that you show up at day 1. You know, again, your mindset, and you have to be in the right mindset, I guess. You know, I don't know. The point is that like my youngest brother Fonzie, the Taurus, he did it, and then my best friend Rebecca did it too. Anyways, yes, I get really happy about supporting, you know, progress. You know, it's important because it's natural for us to want our family to progress with time. Who wouldn't want that to happen? I did, but they may not want to, and they may not know they don't want to, but they may have this. You know, life is taking. Everyone faces life in different ways at different timelines, and so I've learned to understand and respect that they're at their own process, and nothing in the world could I do to change their course of life to some degree. I can help influence and bring some information, but beyond that, I've learned that every individual has their free will and they will be on their course, right, guys? That's real. Oh my, Plumie, you're being silly, Plumie. Plumie said, "You silly." Plumie says, "What?" She's afraid to be on the panel with me. Please, I'm freaking harmless. Are you kidding me? You're so silly. That's funny. That's cute and funny at the same time. Me love Plumie too. Me love Plumie. Thank you, Jess Shelley. Thank you, Jess Shelley. Katrina is not scary. Of course not. Like, I'm like super freaking harmless. I'm actually probably too nice. If anybody has known me here in the chat that has experienced me in different situations where I could have easily been very fucking pissed off and I was super freaking nice and forgiving and loving, put a yes in the chat if you witnessed me in real freaking life experience right here. However, you know, in the past, today, whatever it was, where you saw me really extend kindness, gracious, and forgiveness, even when undeserved. If you're brave enough, put a yes in the chat. Can't make everyone chat, but if you're brave enough, put a yes in the chat. Oh, oh, you were so, so, so sweet, Deborah Dobby. You were, thank you. Nobody else wants to put a yes in there? Damn. Okay. No, well, I'm happy we had some people say yes, but it's fine. You know. And Deborah was saying, what did Deborah say here? Let me see here. Deborah said, so sweet, even Duty Ron loves me. Thank you. I love my Duty Ron. I love him so much as a family member. Woohoo! And then Deborah says she remembers. Deborah, what do you remember exactly? Can you just give us like a couple of words? Not the whole experience, but whatever, like a couple of words for that. Yay! Glenda, Mr. Taylor says, Katrina, you remind me of Glenda, the Good Witch from the Wizard of Oz. Yay! Woo! Woohoo! Well, that's okay. Trust me, there has been several situations in life. Some of them, you know. But at the end of the day, life is good, right? And it's important to continue to forgive and surrender to whatever is happening at one moment of time, and keep pushing yourself to like the edges of your own experience, right? That's how you really grow. Oh, well, thank you, Deborah Dobby. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Deborah, where else do you hang out on YouTube, sweetie? I'm happy you're here with us. You haven't caught my lives in 6 months. Oh my goodness. It's all right. And I haven't seen Mel Mel make an appearance, so I'm a little disappointed. Plumie's holding back. Plumie always holds back. It's like yanking teeth out of Plumie. That's okay. In a good way. All right, well, I am going to go into our topic. All right, our topic. And then after this, we can get the group consensus of what we do from this point. All right, guys? So let me just get my ice, and we're going to run right through the next part, the next segment. Yay! Sandra, I sent you a message in Discord, Sandra. All righty, guys, I am back. Sorry, a little bit of housekeeping, but we're back in business, okay? Woohoo! Oh yeah, no, we're still here. No, I had to do a couple of important things, but I am back. Mhm. And Nocturnal Dread, do you have a channel, sweetie? Do you have a channel? I'm just curious. You do? What is your channel about? Just curious. Just curious. What is your channel about, sweetie? What is it about? All right. Anyways, let me keep going, guys, on our topic. But what is it called? She had to do it. I did brush my teeth and I had to message a couple of people, Plumie, just to be very specific. No. but I use the restroom a lot. I do go to the restroom, and I do brush my teeth, and I do get my ice and my soda. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not ashamed of it. I have a very small bladder. Tiny bladder. Making sure. What does that mean? You want to be a humor and horror channel? You want to be, but do you already have? Okay, variety based. Okay. Well, I'll have to check you out later. Okay. Oh, thank you, the G-Spot. The G-Spot, Danielle Max, Danny Max says, yes, Katrina, you are the leader of forgiveness and grace during difficult situations. I really appreciate that, Danielle. I really do. Thank you for giving your own personal account and experience. I appreciate that, and I really do mean that. You have to start somewhere. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. That is very true. Very, very, very true. All right. So, well, if you're a very particular nocturnal dread, don't get me in a hunt. I'm a detective. All right. I'll look at you. I'll look at you later, okay, sweetie? You don't have any content. What does that even mean then? I'm not calling you out, I'm just saying. Sorry. Let me get back to my stream. All right. I mean, how can you be very particular? I'm not going to call you out, but all right, never mind. I'm going back on the topic, guys, okay? Yeah. All right, here we go. So basically, we began this, guys, with like in session 1, we were talking about how it's important to have a vision and a blueprint, some kind of plan. Even if you've never in your life ever put a plan together before, it's wise to at least start with somewhere, someplace, even if it's just like a handwritten note or your mind, right? Start somewhere with some kind of plan, right? That way you can begin to modify that plan, make adjustments on that plan over the period of time. Because like, so in life, we want to like have, so if you're going to dream big, it's natural we want to have all these really amazing things, but then we're faced with reality. Reality is like, okay, well, I would like to have all these things, but you know, the gap between here and there is so monumental that it's so easy to like lose hope, lose like traction, lose belief, right? Even lose the dream itself. So the wise thing to do based on, you know, growing and developing yourself would be to, I don't want to say start small. If you've never did this before, I would say start small. If you have done this, then like put it in chunks. Like it's called chunking. So if you know Tony Robbins, he does discuss like chunking. So if you have a very, very big idea, goal, or vision, You want to scale it down, right? Reverse engineer it. Or if you have small goals, start there. But have something, right? Have something. That way, at least if you're ever asked, what do you want to do in life? Honestly, it's as simple as this question sounds. I can guarantee you that most people have never asked themselves that question. I don't say that out of to be condescending, but that's the truth. Many people have never asked themselves what they want out of life. We all live life head down, in motion, going to work, school, family, friends, and we never look up. We never look up to see, wait a minute, I'm working, I'm paying my taxes, I'm paying my dues, I'm a good citizen, I'm voting, you meet all the check boxes, but you may feel unfulfilled because you probably never asked yourself what exactly you want out of life. Now, if you only want out of life emotional experiences or physical experiences or accomplishments, it will vary from person to person based on how you value, right, happiness and self-fulfillment. But that's a good starting point, is knowing what does matter to you, knowing what kind of things bring you happiness, what type of environments, experiences, people, situations, what do you feel, and when you feel happy, what does it look like? What does happiness mean to you? What does fulfillment look for you? Because we can all go to work every day, and people who do love their job, they're still miserable. Why? Because they've never really dove deep into in their own psyche, in their own heart and soul, and asked themselves, who are they? What do they want? And what are they looking to accomplish before they fucking hit this? We all will die, right? And I mean, not, as nicely as I could possibly put it, we will all cease to exist on this physical earth. And the biggest, I'm repeating myself, guys, but I will always do it. The biggest regret out of all people on their deathbed, it has been surveyed. It has been surveyed. The biggest regret of all people when they're on their deathbed, when they're asked, right, their biggest regret, their biggest situation was they regret not doing more. They regret not pushing themselves further. They regret not doing X, Y, or Z projects. They regret not being more close to their family. They regret not building those emotional connections. They regret not opening up, being more brave, being more courageous. They regret a lot of things. And they always want to go back into time, but it's too late. They're on their deathbed. And I think that's really important to put into perspective, because we're still alive and functioning, right? We have the chance to act upon now, right? You don't want to get to your deathbed and ask yourself those questions and feel regret, when you can ask yourself right now, what do you want to do? I know it sounds so simple, but it's very deep, guys. It's very deep. Wouldn't you rather be here today now and ask yourself those same questions versus on your deathbed? Right? When it's too late, when you know the time is clicking. It's a matter of moments of time. And we can't go back and do the things that we can do today. We take for granted the livelihood we have right now. I'm not saying that, our livelihood right now is amazing. It can be, it is, depending on your perspective and your lens. But reality is that we allow ourselves to feel burdened by the current realities, which are true. So we're not going to be, I always want to be practical. Yes, everyone has burdens. Their shoulders are bearing more than can possibly, carry, right? But when you know that your time is coming to cease, you would find everything in you to keep pushing, to think more, to dream bigger, to take different steps and actions, right? Do you guys agree with that? Let me know. I mean, I do. And just imagine, just for a moment of time here, imagine, allow yourself to suspend into reality. And if they told you that tomorrow is your last day, your last breath, would you feel satisfied, happy, complete, fulfilled with the life you've lived thus far? We're all different ages and stuff. But if they told you tomorrow's your last breath, it's your last day, how would you feel? Do you feel you have more to do? Or do you feel you can rest and die satisfied? I'm curious. So let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know. And again, I bring that comment up not to make us feel sad. Trust me. I actually prefer to be a happier. I like to be positive and happy, but it's important that we actually think about real truths, right? If tomorrow was your last day, how would you feel about your life? And it's not to make us feel sad and depressed or hurt. No, it's just to bring things into like perspective, which sometimes we don't do a lot, right? We just don't. So I do it with the most positive intent available to us, for sure. Mhm. What does that mean, Plumie? What happened? What does that mean, Plumie? Who's that? I don't know what that means, so. But we do protect this house. We do. So I must have missed whatever happened, but oh well. Clock it, the house. I know. The funniest thing in the world was when I was playing that song. Well, I had the video titled like "Clock at the House," and my friend Patricia Ann, she was like, "Well, I didn't know we were gonna watch, cross dressers." I'm like, no. I know it's not. It is. It does have that in there, but that was not the base of the video. But yes, I'm like, we always, lock the doors. Well, close the door, protect the house, lock the doors, triple lock it. Anyways, yes, Laura Lee says less suffering. Absolutely. Plumie says, oh, I do. I want to know, I want to live day by day. Tomorrow isn't a certainty, but a possibility. Gotcha, Plumie, gotcha. I agree with you, Danielle, the G-Spot. I'm with you there on those ideas, on those experiences, for sure. Me too. And Brian says, horrible. I want to see my kids grow up, and I wouldn't want to break their souls and not be there. Yeah, I'm with you there too. That would break my heart. That would break any parent's heart. So yes, I feel you there for sure. Aw, just Shelly. Plumie. Plumi. Plumi, do you know that me and Sandra are both Scorpios? I bet you didn't know that, Plumi. Plumi's a Libra, by the way. But me and Sandra are the twinnies, the Scorpios. Okay, Sean says he would accept my journey go peacefully. Okay, that's cool too. I feel you there. Plumi says, oh shoot, Sandra. Plumi's gotta run now. Run. It's hilarious. Plumi says, oh shoot, Katrina Castros reads it also. Yes, I do. No, we are not pains in the asses at all. We're like Transformers. Ask Sean. Sean's been through some pain. Sean, did you not come out on the better side at the end of the day? Let the chat know. And now if you don't want, let's let them know, that's okay too. But but let people know if you're willing to share. If you're not, that's all good too. Sandra says, don't run, stay. Sandra, you're not leaving me anyway, Sandra's not going anywhere. Nocturnal, you can tell me whatever you'd like, honey. I don't know. I've never met with you before, so I mean, I only guess and do readings for people who I've interacted with more than once, so, and maybe more than twice, depends. I always choose and decide what I do. So, no, I don't know your sign. You can let us know. I will not guess yours. You can tell us if you want, but there's no pressure. You don't have to. So Sean says, what? Sean, that's not detailed enough, sweetie. Sean? All right. I'm not going to put you that much on the hot spot, but okay. I'll accept that. Yes, it's a good feeling after it's all said and done. Well, oh well. And thank you, Sandra. Sandra says she does not run. Me stay. Woohoo. Me too. I always stay. We never run. I never retreat unless it's important, unless I'm supposed to. Like in certain moments, like that it's all based in the context of the information is very important. So, but I'm with you, Sandra. I'm with you. I know you already, Just Shelly. I know you already. I mean, I know what you are. Just Shelly is a Cancer. Yes or no, sweetie. That's how good I know that people who roll with me. Where are my homies at? I know them on the wave. If you're on the wavelength with me, then I know your sign. You know it already. Like I know it. It's impressed in my mind and it's there forever. Forever. See? She says, yep, I know it. I know it, Shelly. I do. Legit. Okay, well, cool. Nice to know that. Wavelength. Sean and Amber and Duty Ron are the Aries. Well, I won't go through the whole list. Never mind. It's too many people. But trust me, I know everyone. Plumi, I've missed you, Plumi. I really have. Plumi, you've been neglecting me a little bit. Admit it. Admit it. The G-spot and Christine are the Capricorns. That's true. Plumi's a Libra, along with, Shell, our mod boss Shell, the mod boss Shell. She's also a Libra. Trust me. My brain is like a computer. I promise you guys. I promise you. I know it all. Not from ego. I just know it because I hold the energetics of individual people. That's why. So I will do a better job of explaining myself, because that way people have a better grasp of when I say things, where I'm coming from in those moments, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, it can come across pretty rude. Like, I know what I know. No, I don't know everything, but I do know what I do know, right? With facts. So, woohoo. All right, so that was that part. And then the second part is this part, guys, okay? If there's one thing that you can take away from at least this little session here, is that remind yourself that every single day when you wake up, you get to choose, how you want to attack the world, right? You set your intent. When you set your intent from the early, from when you wake up, right? Now, if you wake up and you're all over the place, well, then of course you're not going to have the intent. But when you actually know a plan, a game plan, it can be a very simple game plan, but some kind of a plan where you say, okay, every day I do this ritual or this habit or this process, whatever it is for you, right? Maybe you meditate, maybe you write in your journal, whatever it is for you. You have to have a routine, something of consistency that you can count on for yourself. That consistency gives you more discipline and more confidence in knowing, how you show up, right? When you set your intent, it could be very simple. An intent can be, you know what? I choose today to interact with people and be happy and experience and find the joy in the processes and learn to love, all the experiences, right? Or you can just show up with no plan and be reactionary, reacting to this hurt me, that messed me up, that was crazy, they got my order wrong. Again, how you show up, your vibrational alignment, how you put yourself in the world every single day is your choice. It's your choice. Sometimes we forget we have a choice, but we do, right? If we wake up with no method, no strategy, no intention, then we lose ourselves in the day, and the day consumes you. So if you want to have if I can give you one piece of advice, a tiny piece, I would tell you this. Make sure that when you tackle every day and you wake up and you go in the world, that you get to choose who you are before the world shows you what's happening, right? So if your first go-to is your phone and this and that, you're losing that whole that discipline. You got to have some structure. If you have one piece of discipline or structure, it would be this one. When you wake up, tell yourself, every day is a new day. Every day is a clean slate. If that's the one takeaway you get from me, I promise your life will be better. Every day is a new slate. It is, right? So we're not gonna hold on to the hurts, the pains of yesterday, of last week or last month or last year, right? So let's just say yesterday was a very traumatic day for whatever reasons, and I'm not gonna, we're not gonna validate or invalidate what happened. But every day when you wake up, you have a new vibrational alignment, and you get to choose. I am Katrina. I'm here to this day, right? I'm going to choose my experience. I'm going to set my intent and my tone for this life, for today. It's a new day. Guys, does that make sense? It's very powerful. If you feel it's too simple for you, then I would beg to differ that you're probably just reacting to life. things happen like this, things happen like that, and like you're boom, boom, boom. But really, if you actually have some very basic, habits, rituals, disciplines, they're not even that big. It's a very simple one. You wake up and you tell yourself, every day is a new slate. That is so simple, but you have no idea the power behind that. Let me tell you. I know it. Whatever I discuss and share and explain, or bring the value of information, I will tell you hands down, I live it myself. I will never share information or concepts, if I'm not applying it to my real life, then it doesn't matter. I need to know it's real for myself first. That's why I'm authentic. I'm going to be in alignment with my higher self, for sure. And so every day is a new slate. It's a new slate, guys. It sounds so basic, but let me tell you, that will change your life forever. Promise you it will. Every day is a new slate. That means when you wake up tomorrow, the next day, you wake up and you tell yourself, it's a new slate. That in itself is creating a whole, an element, right? So your brain is now being wired and programmed, and your subconscious is now listening to you. You spoke with your words. You're in alignment. It's a new slate. Trust me, that's powerful. Number 2, it still goes with number 1, but it's number 2. It's a blank canvas, guys. So imagine that you show up, right? And you go, if anyone has ever done, they call it painting with a twist, or whatever they call it in your area. Basically, the canvas, a blank white canvas. And they give you all the colors, the paints, the this, the that. But you start with a very blank and white canvas. That white canvas is blank. There's nothing there. And you get to decide what you use that day. Every day, look at your life as a blank canvas, a white blank canvas. And the colors and the paint and the brushes are like, how you show up. What tools do you take out of yourself, right? What attributes, what strengths, what talent? How do you show up in the world with the tools, with the paint brushes? And anybody who has painted knows there's so many brushes, right? And there's many colors of paint, right? Which brush do you pick up and what color do you dab it in? And then what do you draw? It's endless, guys. But the point is that you get to choose, number 1, a blank slate. Number 2, a blank canvas. You can color it however you'd like every day. But every morning when you wake up, it's a blank canvas. And when you realize the magnitude that simple, those 2 simple tools, I will tell you it's life-changing. I tell myself this every single day. I'm not going to hold on to yesterday's hurts or pains. Now, I'm not going to dismiss the pains of yesterday. I still know they happened, they took place, but I'm not going to let them feed and dictate my new day. I'm going to put them to the side. I'm going to have boundaries for myself. Guys, does this make sense? If anyone in here, if this resonates, guys, let me know. For those who've been here on the whole, development journey, I know that you've heard this before, but for those who have not, let me know what you think. And then if you have been here before, tell me how this has impacted your life and how you are actually making changes and progressing forward. Let me know. And I know it sounds basic, but sometimes the most simplest concepts are life-changing, guys. They really are. Plumie's leaving us. All right, Plumie. Plumie's leaving us. So, yeah. And thank you for those who participate here in the live stream chat because it allows other people who may not be in our own personal development group that we have offline. It may help other people who have not, who are not so in our space or group. It gives them the ability to speak more freely, right, when they see other people responding. So I do admire and appreciate those who do have the bravery, the courage to speak up, for sure. Absolutely. And yeah, that is really where I wanted to keep this at, on those two elements, guys. Every day is a new slate and it's a blank canvas, and you're the artist of your life, right? You create your own reality, right? How you can look at this many different ways. You get to dictate what's on that paint, what's on that canvas every day. You get to choose the tools on your toolbox, right? The brushes. You get to choose the paints that you'll use. But at the end of every day, that's your canvas and you created that, right? And when you really look at life like that, your whole world can really shift and you'll see the difference over time. It's not overnight. So by no means do I say it's overnight. No way. But overnight, moment by moment, you'll see things transform and shift for your life, for sure. Yep. All right, guys. So the next part is, hold on, guys. So that pretty much concludes like the basis of like tonight's like the development series. But we can do one or two things. We can go on our personal group for those who are down for that. Or what I can also do is allow people to come to the panel here. So if you would like to come to the panel here and you're not in our group, that's an option as well. Because we all learn together, guys, and we also feel more comfortable as time goes on when we're actually, in true interaction with each other. And we may not realize it in the moments, but trust me, many people have, shared with me that when they talk and they're sharing their experiences, when they're using their voice, it's different and it's so much more powerful and impactful than, of course, chatting here in like the chat part. So anyways, those are the two options. I will let everyone vote and then we'll make the decision, okay? All right, guys. So basically, based on the consensus, right, we're here hanging out, okay? For those who want to still hang and chill with us, we will be going to a voice and video to all just like, chat, socialize, talk about some things. And that will be that. I gave everyone a chance, okay, to vote. So that is what the consensus decided upon. And so that is what we will do. All right. So before we all say goodbye to the YouTube stream, guys, let's please put some hearts, guys, for those. We were all here together. We all were participatory. We engaged. We had our experience, and it's very memorable for us, right? And I value everyone who joined us. I appreciate that. If you have been here and you enjoyed this, please consider giving me a thumbs up, please. I'm going to hope you're subscribed already. If you're not, just check it out. Make sure that you are still subscribed and the bell's on, all right? But a beautiful experience, guys. We're going to go on to the voice and video. So if you would like to be there, email me and I can add you there if I know you. Of course, not open to anyone. So if I know you, we'll be over there. You're welcome to email me. We'll be over there on the voice and video to hang out there as well. Okay, guys, so I gave it open to the consensus. Do you want to come on panel here or there? Everyone chose the voice and video, so that is where we're going to move to. All right. But much love and light and support for all those who continuously support me. Come here, hang out. You guys are amazing. You engage with me. You interact with each other. And forever, I will be thankful and blessed for the true experience here. Okay, guys? Okay. All right. So if you have my email and you're not part of my personal group, you can email me and I will decide. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Plumie. And for those who are not, well, we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. And thank you, guys.